Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another movie reaction and commentary. Today, we're going to be hopping into a film called, what is this called? You Were Never Really Here. I have no idea what this film is. You know, it has Joaquin Phoenix, I believe, by the cover, but that's about all I know about this film. So that's really cool. If you're new here, I enjoy going into films as blind as I possibly can, meaning I don't know what the heck to expect and just kind of let the experience kind of flesh out on its own. But yeah, I have never heard of this film. I have never heard of this film, but obviously, just like all the other videos that we've done, before we hop into this film, we're primarily looking at the aspect of filmmaking, which is screenwriting, and seeing how screenwriting is working within this film, or maybe they just decide to just take a whole different direction with screenwriting, basically breaking the foundation rather than following it. There's a lot of ways you can go about screenwriting, and it's definitely a very important aspect of filmmaking and storytelling just in general, and not just in this genre of creation, but in multiple forms of creation. But yeah, I'm excited to see what this has to provide and give to us, and you know what type of craziness we're going to dive into. I don't know why, but it like the vibes from the cover, it kind of reminds me of that Daniel Radcliffe one where it was like the Swiss Army Man or whatever that film was. It was super cool, by the way. Really enjoyed my watch with that. But yeah, we're gonna be hopping into this again, blind as hell, so we're gonna just see what the heck comes from it. But as always, if you guys want to be able to support this channel and definitely would like to see more, maybe some uncuts, the best way to support is through Patreon, where you can have all the things I just mentioned. You can also support this channel by leaving a like, comment, and subscribe. And at the end of the day, you have to do any of those things. I hope that you can just sit back, relax, get your popcorn and snacks as we hop into You Were Never Really Here. Again, guys, if you want to be able to watch and hear all that I have to say about this film and many others, definitely check out the Patreon link below. You can sync up your copy of the film with mine, and you should be good to go, yeah? I don't even know what type of genre this film is. It has Joaquin Phoenix, so I just would think it's obscure. I don't know. You know it's wild when you got somebody just cussing in your ear. Golly, bro. I don't know what I'm looking at, but my guess is that he just committed a very heinous crime. That's what it seems like. It's interesting that we're getting a bunch of close-ups. Haven't even revealed his face yet. Bro, what is the soundtrack? What is this soundtrack? It's like they're mixing the sound of traffic. Are those like a bunch of dead birds over there? What the heck? I love that we're getting information shown to us and not told. That's always a great thing. It does make for a very confusing experience, which is always cool. You're not unfamiliar with that. Okay. All right. Damn. You had the upper hand, too.
I don't know. I should have waited for you.
Bro, you just got done doing that. It was definitely interesting.
Just stay a little bit. Just stay.
Okay.
Just.
No, movies like this remind me of that one film that Nicolas Cage was into. What was it? Pig? That was a good one, too. Listen, I have no clue what's happening. I have no clue what's going on. It seems like right now we're just getting a nice little day in the life of this dude who apparently murders when he's out and has space to himself. I'm just thinking of, like, you know, when his mom said, I need space. I'm wondering if that has any importance.
Cream cheese is from 1972.
I used it. Just leave it.
That's crazy. Oh my God. He said that cream cheese is from 1972. Damn. Okay. So we're getting a little bit here and there. A little bit here and there. Just slight synapses clicking together.
Herself a couple of years ago. Their teenage daughter's been running away from home ever since.
This is so interesting. You know, it's along with the rhythm, they're putting in a lot of interesting B-rolls to help immerse us a little bit more with our main character here and a little bit of maybe what he's thinking. I don't think we're going to get a direct answer, but it makes for really interesting editing choices.
Senator, if she's there, I'll get her.
Cleary said you were brutal.
I can be.
All right, so he's like a hitman for hire. I just wonder how that connects with a lot of his interpersonal thoughts that we've seen throughout the movie. Yeah, and he clearly has an obsession with hammers. He clearly has an obsession with using hammers as his way of execution. Holy crap! Damn, the way he just looked in complete disgust.
Don't make me wait!
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's hilarious because it's just like I'm just watching this guy give us essentially a daily vlog of his life. That just so happens to be interruptions of violence in between it.
Shut the fuck up.
Holy crap. That's dark. Damn. So perhaps he's like a veteran and he's like taking on this job to try and get some familiarity with himself. Kind of like Barry. I will say those cuts to whatever he was subjected to visually, those are brutal. Those are brutal. I really am curious to see why they did it, why they're doing it specifically during these moments. That's one way to do it. That is one way to do it. This is weirdly like Taxi Driver, at least the ending part reminds me of it. Dude, he is just whack-a-moling them with a hammer. Do you know how hard that hurts? Well, I hope the answer's no. I hope none of you get hit with a hammer.
Don't move.
Damn, is that like something she says to herself to kind of just blank out of existence? That's extremely dark. Good grief.
Just stood there for a second and then he stepped off.
Senator Votto's body was discovered beneath the Tower Hotel in Midtown Manhattan after he...
I'm pretty sure that's her father, right? What on earth?
Governor Williams in next month's gubernatorial election.
Now that definitely puts a dent into getting her back to her dad. Whoa! 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 Oh my god. Oh my god. That was one hell of a way to do that. Jesus.
This is a complete smear campaign, pure integrity. Governor Williams is
Figure out what was going on.
and he's a
Damn, whatever he just stepped into was a bigger pull than I think he initially thought.
no question that what I did is wrong.
The spokesperson for Governor Williams stated, "Shocked."
Yeah, man, time is of the essence. You gotta get up and dash. You gotta dash out there, fam. So much for grilling patties and having a good time with each other's families. They went through and wiped everyone out. Well, damn. Damn. Jesus. What did they do to this guy?
You have reached.
Angels one day.
Yo! They're really cleaning out everybody right now. This is insane. Ah, man. I'm wondering if just by that reaction he already knows what just happened. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness, man. Holy crap. What do you do, man? What do you do? It's interesting how his past is cautioning him and guiding him in the present right now.
Where's Nina now?
Williams.
Governor Williams?
That's crazy that they're wearing like American badges. What is going on? How deep is this thing? They are both busting out in a harmony. I was not expecting this. Yeah, the question now is like, what do you do from here? You know, like what is our character gonna do? It's really interesting how they're able to find a piece of tranquility amongst all the brutality we just were showcased. There was a lot of evil that was just shown to us, so it's really nice to have this moment. Wow. Wow, that is a shot right there. Holy crap, that's beautiful. I gotta say, I really do enjoy that, the fact that the storytelling is so heavily visual. You know, there's no surprise on this channel, you know, like the ghost story. That's a brilliant example at doing something similar to that, visually showing us the script rather than letting the characters tell it. there a bigger picture at play here? What an absolute lunatic. That's a cool cut. That's a cool cut. Him just walking towards it right off screen. That's cool. What an interesting way to slice this together. Definitely saves them a budget. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. Wow. She got to him first. She got to him first. Or at least I hope so. I hope that's the case. I have so many thoughts running through my head right now. 'Cause I feel like there's something like deeper within the themes here and the actions here. But it's also like such a personal story. Yeah, that's freaky. That's freaky. His mental state is not doing too well. I don't think it was always too well. But we're definitely seeing a collision with all the things that were presented earlier in the film right here. So interesting. There's a lot of like really cool things they're doing with the audio as well too. Like even the ones that are a little bit more nuanced, like just you hearing like what sounds like the child version of him banging his head against the closet. Like they don't show us that, but it could kind of be implied.
If they were going to buy it, then she
I did a white ink thing last year, like for my dentist.
Really? That's not like you.
It's so interesting. That is so interesting. Like, are they trying to say that for veterans and for children that had terrible... What the heck?
You know you're not supposed to have butter.
Wow! Oh my goodness. Yep, and everybody's just continuing their daily activities as if nothing happened. You were never really here. What on earth?
Wake up.
That was insane. That was a crazy visual.
What?
Let's go. It's a beautiful day.
That's so interesting. He found a new will to live right there. Wow.
It is a beautiful day.
Because she came back for him and she notices him. That's... Dude, what is this story? This is so interesting. Ha! Wow. All right, guys. And that is the end. To You Were Never Really Here. Wow. That was crazy. All right, everybody. We just got done. You Were Never Really Here. This was a hell of a ride. This was one hell of a ride. I definitely dig it. I dig it. It's just like, it really does remind me of the films that are like The Ghost Story, like The Tree of Life. Just really unique abstractions of storytelling. Like Pig that we watched on here. Where you digest it heavily afterwards, you know? It's like during the film you're chewing it. You didn't even digest it. You're still chewing on it, and then after the film is done, or maybe like an hour or two afterwards, you're finally digesting it. And I gotta say, like, even though I'm not 100% sure what has happened, I 100% did appreciate the feeling I got from it. And that's interesting. That's what I love about just films that are a lot more interpretable in their approach and their ways of storytelling and direction and cinematography, editing, screenwriting, acting. It's all really brilliant. And to see things unfold, it really does remind me of like French cinema, and the reasons why I really enjoy French cinema. But it's really cool to see more of an atmospheric approach rather than a very blunt, chaotic, different approach that I would say is and also very beautifully touched French cinema approach. Whereas here with these films, they really do embody sound design, and they really do embody editing and incorporating those two and smashing them together to kind of create these miniature montages where there's no words being said. It's almost like a music video that is a lot more jacked up. It's like adrenaline shot straight to your synapses where you can't really understand it, but you're still feeling it. And then it kind of just builds and builds throughout the story until you finally get something of like a weird conglomeration of thoughts and emotions that isn't 100% true, but it's a lot more whole than previously. And I felt that throughout this film. I felt the characters grief, his feeling of out of placeness within the world, especially just from the prior experiences that we had glimpses into, like him serving, in the military, him, I also want to say him in his childhood, and how that was almost robbed away from him as well too. And seeing these events, and how closely tethered they are to his past, I wouldn't doubt that there's a very abstract story beyond that of the surface story. Like, there's a reason why the politicians specifically were the ones that were doing this, or why the American flag was mostly represented with the guys who were killing all the people around him. Similar to how war, when you're serving, you're witnessing the death of your friends and your family, and this is just me being very speculative, of course, but similar to just how his childhood was robbed away from him. I'm not too sure about his relationship with his father, but his father seemed like he was extremely abusive, and how that pushes certain people to go down certain paths that just create so much more problems for themselves in the future when they grow up. And that feeling at the end there, and this is me widely speculating, all right, but that feeling at the end there where he offs himself, I feel like that's the fella that would be the final nail in the coffin. Hence the name You Were Never Really Here, because sometimes veterans would feel that way. Not even sometimes. I feel like most veterans would feel that way, especially homeless veterans, right? It's like you don't feel like you exist despite you doing this deed or this good deed. And at the end there, it almost felt like that was going to be a reality until the girl that, he saved and that he protected, or could be his childhood, who knows, didn't forget about him. And he was able to continue living another day. And that's powerful if that is the case. That's just me guessing. It could be completely different. And if that's the case, hey, I apologize. But I'm interested in hearing your thoughts. I'm interested in hearing your dissection of this film. And what is some of your favorite parts of filmmaking that you enjoyed? There's a lot of things that you can look at and say, hey, I really like the editing. I really like the screenwriting and the acting. There's a lot of things, sound design, all of that. I'm interested in hearing it. As always, guys, stay healthy and stay hydrated, because we are just getting started.
Purple jacket, pocket full of weed. Everything that I should ever need. Grab some matches cause they give them free. Just like my time. back in the backseat.